Apple just had one of its biggest product weeks in years. New iPhones, new iPads, and an entire MacBook lineup that was quietly, completely overhauled. We're talking 5 different laptops, 3 different chip tiers, prices ranging from $499 to over $7,000. I'm going to break down every single option, tell you who each one is for, and at the end, give you my honest take on the best value in the entire lineup right. And now, in 2026, Apple is on the 5th generation of that chip. The M5 family and the AI performance gains are frankly absurd. The MacBook Pro with M5 Max now processes LLM prompts nearly 7 times faster than an M1 Pro machine, 7 times in 5 years. This is why developers, video editors, musicians, and now AI researchers keep gravitating toward Macs. It's not brand loyalty, it's architecture. And no Windows competitor has come close to replicating it. As always, the links to the best deals are in the description and on our website. And if you've ever felt like your phone is draining too many hours of your day, ScreenTalks is an app I built to fix that. It helped me cut my average screen time by almost 2 hours with a plant that reacts as I use my phone. Okay, so let's map out the actual lineup because Apple now has more MacBook options than ever before. First, we have to talk about the MacBook Neo. This is the new one that nobody expected. The MacBook Neo starts at $599 or $499 if you're a student. That makes it Apple's cheapest laptop ever by $500. This thing will be flooding college campuses this fall. It runs on the A18 Pro chip. That's an iPhone chip, the same one that powers the iPhone 16 Pro. This is the first time Apple has ever put a phone chip inside a Mac, and it's a genuinely bold move. It proves how much Apple controls its own ecosystem. They can run full macOS on hardware that normally lives in your pocket. It's a 13-inch fanless machine, comes in 4 colors, including a very fun citrus yellow, weighs just 2.7 pounds, and gets up to 16 hours of battery. The base model has 8 GB of RAM and 256 GB of storage. It's not a powerhouse, but it handles web browsing, note-taking, video calls, light photo editing, and even some AI tasks faster than any Chromebook on the market. More on who this is really for in a minute. Now, if you want an upgrade from Neo, the MacBook Air is still the world's most popular laptop. It just got the M5 chip, and the performance jump is significant. Up to 4x faster AI task performance compared to the M4 Air and nearly 10x faster than the M1, it now starts with 512 GB of storage and comes in both 13 and 15-inch sizes. Fanless, thin, beautiful, and it still gets 18 hours of battery life. The Air did go up $100 in price this year, starting at $1,099. Analysts attribute that partly to a global memory shortage driving component costs up across the industry. But you're also getting meaningfully more machine than last year's model. Next, the MacBook Pro is where Apple gets really serious. There are actually 3 chip options here: the base M5, the M5 Pro, and the M5 Max. The 14-inch starts at $1,699 with the standard M5, the M5 Pro version starts at $2,199, and the M5 Max starts at $3,599. The 16-inch with a fully maxed out M5 Max, that'll run you $7,349. The Pro gets a fan, a ProMotion 120Hz display, MagSafe, an HDMI port, an SD card slot, and Thunderbolt 5 on Pro and Max models. It's a tool for professionals, and the M5 Max is, frankly, one of the most powerful computers ever put in a laptop. Let's talk about the elephant in the room: the supercomputer in your bag. A fully spec'd MacBook Pro with M5 Max can have up to 128 GB of unified memory. That's enough to run massive AI models locally, the kind that normally require server GPUs. Apple says the M5 Max processes LLM prompts up to 4x faster than the M4 Max and nearly 7x faster than the M1 Max, with 614 GB per S of memory bandwidth, which is critical for feeding data to models during inference. In practice, that means you can run 70 billion parameter models locally using tools like LM Studio or Ollama, running models such as Llama, Mistral, or Qwen directly on your laptop. No API costs, no rate limits, and no data leaving your device. For AI developers and researchers, that's transformative. Work that once required cloud GPUs, training, fine-tuning, and running models on sensitive data can now happen directly on your laptop. That's why Macs are quickly becoming a serious machine for AI development. 128 GB of ultra-fast unified memory in a silent all-day laptop is extremely rare hardware. Now let's flip to the other end of the lineup, because the MacBook Neo might be Apple's most strategically important laptop. For years, Chromebooks dominated classrooms largely because they were cheap. A decent one cost $300, $400, while the cheapest MacBook used to start around $999. At $499 for students, the Neo changes that. You get a real Mac running full Mac OS with the entire Apple ecosystem, iMessage, FaceTime, AirDrop, handoff, and seamless pairing with iPhones and AirPods. Apple also says it runs AI tasks up to 3x faster than comparable PC laptops. Analysts already expect it to gain traction in education markets traditionally dominated by Chromebooks. The Neo is fanless, colorful, weighs 2.7 pounds, and gets 16 hours of battery. There are compromises: 8 GB RAM, no Thunderbolt, a less color-accurate display, and no backlit keyboard on the base model. But for students doing browser work, docs, and video calls, those trade-offs are minor. If you've been waiting for an affordable entry into the Mac ecosystem, this is the most compelling one Apple has offered. Now, the real question, with the M5 MacBook Air starting at $1,099 and the M5 Pro MacBook Pro at $2,199, is it still worth looking at older models? Here's how to think about it. If you're looking at an M1 or M2 Mac, they're still fine for everyday tasks. But for AI workloads, the gap is now huge. The M5 Air is about 5x faster at AI tasks than the M1 Air. If you're mostly browsing or writing, an M2 Air refurbished for $700, $800 is still a great buy. But if AI matters to you, skip it. The M3 is a tougher call. It's still solid, but the M5's GPU architecture with neural accelerators in every core is a big leap for AI. An M3 MacBook Pro at a good discount is still great, but the M3 Air already feels like it's aging. The M4 is still a strong option. The M4 MacBook Air, originally $999, is now clearing out around $899, $950. For students, writers, and casual creators, it's excellent value. The M5 is faster, especially for AI, but the M4 is still very capable. The one thing to avoid is paying full price for the M4 Pro MacBook Pro. The M5 Pro replaced it at the same price with up to 4x faster LLM performance. So who should buy what in 2026? Students or first-time Mac buyers, MacBook Neo at $499, $599, easy recommendation, best laptop for most people. M5 MacBook Air at $1,099. If you want to save money, the M4 Air on sale is a great alternative. Creative Professional's 14-inch MacBook Pro with M5 Pro at $2,199. You get the fan, ProMotion display, Thunderbolt 5, and serious performance. AI developers or researchers, MacBook Pro with M5 Max, starting at $3,599 with as much memory as you can afford. It can run large models locally, essentially a portable supercomputer. And the $7,000 fully spec'd MacBook Pro. Overkill for most people. But for heavy AI work or high-end production, it can absolutely be worth it. If you found this helpful, drop a like. It genuinely helps this channel. Subscribe if you want more breakdowns like this, as Apple keeps moving fast. And let me know in the comments, which MacBook are you eyeing? Are you going Neo Air or maxing out a Pro?